Welcome to the Daily Dish with Leanne Ely. This is a show about you, your life, and the vibrancy you want. Join us for daily motivation, wise women's tips, and more as we collectively gather together and move the needle in our lives, heart, mind, body, and soul. Now, here is your host, Leanne Ely, and the Daily Dish.
The Daily Dish. We're here. How you doing today, everyone? We are here. It's Monday, Motivational Monday. Thanksgiving is just around the corner. I see Noreen and Catherine and Jackie in the house. Lizzie's here. I mean, we're having a party, y'all. Nice to have you here. Thank you so much for coming on by. Hi, Lizzie. You like the new intro? I'm so glad. Yeah, we decided we're going to do it a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? Seasonal, and keep it a little fun and entertaining. Wow, look who's here. Linda's in the house. Kathy, Nancy, Jerry. Hello, Darla, Joanne, of course. All of you. Flynn is here. So's my girl, Darla. So glad to have you aboard. It is going to be a short show today. And this week, I'm going to give you the lowdown of what's going on. Hi, Karen. Hi, Claudia. It's going to be best ofs. All this week is going to be a lot of best of. I've got a special Thanksgiving message for you. But we've got a lot going on in this little house. Let me just say, we've got house guests coming tonight. We've just got a lot on our plate. So really excited about that. Hi, Kathy. And I just want to let you know that because of all of this, I'm just not going to be as available. I will still be around, of course. Jocelyn's here, so's April and Lucy. But just watch for everything. There will be pictures available. We are getting ready to turn our deck into an absolute Thanksgiving wonderland. We've got plenty of people coming for Thanksgiving, and it's nice to be all back and together again. So you'll see everything. I promise you. I know everybody's got things going on. It's not like you're just sitting there waiting. When's she going to be on? I know that. Thank you, Noreen, for that. I appreciate it. It's just, how it is. It's just when you have a relationship with someone, and I feel like we have a relationship, I just want to let you know where I am. It's just sort of like, like I want to text you like the plane landed. Hi there, Maria, Angie, good to see you. So anyway, that's all it is right now. And at 5 p.m. in just 4 hours, Leah and Dana will be here, Mark's daughter and fiance, and we're really excited about seeing them. We haven't seen them since the summer, and we're going to be having a good time with them. So lots on our plates, but I'm sure there's a lot on your plate too for Thanksgiving. And speaking of that, I know there's a lot of people. We had somebody panicking, texting me and saying, not texting me, but Facebook Messenger, I can't find the I looked all over your website, can't find the menus anywhere. It is savingdinner.com/Thanksgiving. If you don't have your menu yet, plenty of time. You can get the menu, the recipes, the shopping list. You can get the traditional one. You can get a keto one. You can get a low carb one. I mean, we have it all. The troubleshooting guide, blah, 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 blah. All of it. Because Thanksgiving's our thing. And ta-da, take a look, see right here. If you text the word join to the phone number 855-960-3720, you will get the 911, the 411, I should say, on all the exciting new stuff. This is the first dibs is how people get this. Okay. We will do flash sales. You got to be on the text message thingy, I guess, the text message SMS app, whatever it is. But when you join, you will get exclusive messages, exclusive sales, exclusive fill in the blanks. We're not going to be doing this often. It's expensive. Can I full disclosure? It's expensive. Hey, Terry. But we are going to be doing it. So pay attention to this. Get it out the door. Because your focus determines your reality. Anybody notice that? That is absolutely the honest to God truth. What you're focused on, you're going to get more of, which that's what we're going to be talking about this week. now and whatever. But the best of shows, you're going to want to tune into those, because I'm going to tell you, maybe I've done it before, but they're good shows, and they're shows that have been loved by you and commented by you. And that's why we're going to be showing those best of shows all this week. I also want to remind you that the Black Friday sales started today, and this is the bulk. It's a whole lot different than the Bonanza. Bonanza's great deals, right? No doubt. But guess what? This is the deal. These deals are the ones that help you to bulk up and put your supplement pantry in order. Like you can get up to 50% off. We never offer that. Well, check this out. Savingdinner.com / I don't know, Black Friday. What did we have for that page, Jenny? Here it is. There it is. Savingdinner.com / show. Oh, that's helpful. Good. I'm like, where's the Black Friday page? I don't know. But that's where you can go to get all the screaming deals. And you want to get on it, because it's going to, first of all, we're going to do it according to what we have in our current warehouse. Second of all, if we run out, here's the deal. If we run out, guess what? We're still going to honor the sale. You're just going to get it a little late. So yeah, Teresa says it's a pantry, to be sure. So's mine, Teresa. I feel for you. And I'm very proud of my pantry too. I took all of my supplements this morning, and when I broke my fast, and I always feel stronger and better because of it. So that's a fantastic thing. We will be back to regular scheduled programming next week, and we will have our Q&A as usual on Friday. We will not this Friday. So if you have a question, do send it in to support@savingdinner.com. Question for Leanne on Friday that goes right in the subject line, so it gets put into the queue. Because I always look through them all. I don't just, answer them off the cuff. Sometimes they require a little bit of digging and a little bit of, maybe I want to embellish it with the latest research or something, so that you have all the information that you want. And yes, look at all these things flashing right underneath me. You want this wait list. Our next full bloom inner circle goes live in January, and there's a wait list. Believe it or not, there is a wait list. I would love you to be on that wait list, because the first people that are going to go into Full Circle are Full Circle members who want to re-up. The next people who are going to get in are the people who are on the wait list, and then it'll go to our full list email list. But this is just a thing. You need to do this, because if you want to get into the groovy group of girls, we're not mean girls, we're sweet girls. Anyway, that's how you get onto that list. It's just a really smart idea. Otherwise, go to savingdinner.com and make sure that you're getting on our email list, because that's where all the thingies come. Sarah got her Black Friday order yesterday. No, you did not get the Black Friday order yesterday. You got your Bonanza order yesterday, Sarah. That was fast. That was fast. And considering how the mail's been, I don't know about you, but I got my Bonanza card on Saturday. What's up with that? After the fact. So the mail's just been kind of all over the place. And let me just tell you, we're on top of it. We're following through. We're getting things done. And that's what I know. One thing that I do know, and I don't know if you've seen this, but is our mix book. The Ultimate Mix Book has everything in it. It has how to do seasoning mixes instead of buying those awful envelopes filled with all kinds of stuff you can't pronounce. Soup mixes, muffin mixes, you name it, including these seasoning blends just make me absolutely happy. Check it out. Look, this is garlic lime chicken. We've had people asking this for a long time. And it says number 10 here. That's because when you go to recipe number 10 in here, that's where it is. And you can do this. And I've explained this a few times. This is a fabulous Christmas present, especially for a newlywed or somebody who's new to cooking or whatever. It's really going to help them out, because there's a lot of stuff there where they don't have to second guess themselves, because the blend is made. It's already done. There's no crap in it. And you buy these we have a link for that, of course. We buy these little things on Amazon. Then you get the pre-printed labels that are already on it. And you stick them all on there. And then you will have some leftover seasonings when you make this up, and you can just put them in Ziploc bags and label them all. Can you imagine? Here's your box. And in it, you've got these jars all lined up, one through, I don't know, whatever it is, all lined up with the backups and with this book. What an amazing gift that would be, especially to somebody who's new to cooking. And that would be treasured. Not only that, but it's one step further, because it's teaching a man to fish kind of a thing, or a woman to fish, because you're not only providing the fish, but you're also providing the rod and reel and the bait. How do you like that? How do you like that metaphor? I just did that right now. Oh my gosh, we have all the things. You can find us on any social media outlet, working on all the stuff. And you know what? We want to be a part of your life. That's it. Hook, line, and sinker. But this week is Thanksgiving week. Are you ready? Are you ready for Thanksgiving? Not too late. Go to savingdinner.com/Thanksgiving. If you don't have your menu, recipe, shopping list, if you don't have your timeline, if you don't have your troubleshooting guide and all the rest of it, timeline's important. Anybody here ever just gone, I don't know what to do here. I don't know what to do. How do I get everything on the table and timed correctly? Ta-da! I'm going to help you with that. So you won't burn the rolls, so the gravy will come out just beautifully, and so that the food will all come out hot and at the same time. You are welcome. savingdinner.com/Thanksgiving. And feel free to share that link. We started all of this stuff, and I'll tell you what, we've perfected it. Is that allowed? Can I say that? Maybe it's not perfect, but it's excellent. It's excellent almost to perfection. I don't know. I'll stop talking now. I'm going to start talking about Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving, right? This week is Thanksgiving, and we are living in a place, hopefully, of Thanksgiving, which means we've got gratitude simmering in our hearts. Boy, does that spill over and show up, doesn't it? There's a Bible verse in Luke. You've heard it. Give, and it will be given unto you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. That's a fabulous verse, by the way, to meditate on. Because, I believe, did you see what Sarah said? Before your Thanksgiving tips, I was hot and the food was cold. I understand how that works. Oh, Sarah. Well, you're going to have a good time down in Disney World, but we're going to have a good time right here at home. That one I know. I believe that gratitude, and tell me if you agree with this, just give me a pinkies up in the comments. I want to make sure that we're all on the same page, because I believe that gratitude is the root of all contentment. All contentment. And that joy is the result of this, in my opinion, anyway, of that deep contentment, because it's not about happiness. Happiness is happenstance. It's all very dependent on circumstances, very dependent. So if things are going crappy, your thankfulness and your happiness they go down into the toilet. But I'm going to tell you, this is what I find. Gratitude gets rid of matitude. Oh, that's so good. I love that. That's good. But here's what I read when I was looking at definitions today, and I thought this is so absolutely spot on accurate. That happiness is a response to circumstances being fortunate and convenient. Isn't that interesting? Fortunate and convenient. Fortune and the fortunateness and convenience do kind of sometimes go hand in hand. But I believe with all of my heart that when it's joy that we're seeking, then it's joy that we're going to get. Because joy isn't just about this fleeting and often elusive pursuit of happiness. It's a deep, presiding feeling. It's chosen. It's chosen. It's not the result of. It's chosen by us. So you may pursue happiness, but you choose joy. And choosing joy is an even though thing, right? You know what I mean? Even though things aren't perfect in my life, even though things aren't just the way I wanted them to be, even though I still choose joy. And it's not so because you're all, I got the joy, joy, joy down in my heart thing, it's not that. It's not the, clap it up and, let's have the beer brigade here. It's not that. Joy deeply resides in us, and I believe it is our connection to God. It is our connection to God. And guess what? Gratitude sure cultivates that. And that's what gratitude is. It is a cultivation. It's a curation as well, much like joy. It's a chosen practice. It's chosen. I put gratitude in my meditation practice because it chooses and it selects for me the things that I need to dwell upon. If I have gratitude, I mean, I could get all worked up about anything. Just all of us can, but that's so low vibe. When we say, yeah, I'm just not going to go there. I know what that's going to lead to. When we have that overall analysis and we choose to connect with a higher vibe. It's a higher vibrancy. It's what living vibrantly means. Gratitude is at the root. It's at the core. And I'm going to just say this too, and you know this to be true. It doesn't come naturally. It doesn't. It doesn't just, oh, I'm just going to choose joy. It doesn't, and it's not an easy thing to do necessarily, but it's a seed that we choose to plant, that we choose to cultivate and water and fertilize, and yes, weed. We weed out the garbage that's choking out that beautiful plant, that beautiful flower of gratitude. That's what it means to live in full bloom, by the way. Have you noticed that when flowers are choked out by the weeds, they're not going to come into full bloom? They can't. They're being crowded out by the garbage plants that are taking all the nutrients, all the water, crowding out that good soil. Yeah, I could go on and on with that whole metaphor there, but it's the truth. Gratitude is a wellspring for a beautiful life, a wellspring, the origin. I love that. I love that word wellspring, by the way. And it's from this too. Gratitude. Guess what else is produced from gratitude? Generosity. It's when you give of yourself and not to the not the sacrificial garbage, and not to people please, but you give out of your abundance. And that abundance comes from that heart of gratitude. Isn't it interesting how this all feeds into one big, beautiful heart? Isn't it? So I believe it's at its core, it's cultivated, it's a curated value that when it's nurtured, it becomes abundant. And that's something to be thankful for, is it not? So I've got 4 things for you that I want you to kind of just maybe dwell on. Maybe this could be part of your meditation practice this week as we're in this week of Thanksgiving. And it's from the Luke verse that I just gave you, because it talks about giving, as you give, it will be given unto you. I believe that's because when we are giving from a place of gratitude, it just boomerangs back. I've heard people say, oh, good karma. Okay, if you want to use that term, whatever. But there's a balance there. There is, when you give, it is going to come back because, and you don't do it so that you can get back. You do it because you want to. You do it out of the generous nature of your heart. You do it because you want to bless someone. And have you noticed when you do that, when you give something that you didn't, that you no longer need, or that you give to somebody else? I mean, I had that happen to me so many years ago. This is when we very first moved to Charlotte, and we were in a 2-bedroom house, and I needed bunk beds for my kids. We had a small house and all of that. And I specifically, believe it or not, I wanted little red bunk beds because I had these cute duvet covers and everything for that. Meanwhile, I had these huge twin beds, and it was taking up all the room. They had no room to play and all of that. My kids are close in age, less than 2 years apart. And I remember I can't remember what it was that I gave, but I went through, we didn't have 2 nickels to rub together either. We were living on, believe it or not, $100 a month was my grocery budget. And we did it. So for a family of 4, pretty crazy, right? But we did it. I was a really amazing shopper at that point, bought all the markdowns and everything. That's how we lived. And I didn't, and believe me, I didn't say to the kids, oh, we're just living in poverty, this, that, or the other thing. We had plenty, but, never something that wasn't marked down. Never something that wasn't marked down or at the grocery outlet or whatever. It was just, I knew where to find the deals. And that was kind of a part-time job for me, is doing that so that I could be present in my children's lives and have them in, getting nursery school and all the other stuff, but it is an amazing thing what happens when you come from that place of just abundance. And I would give plenty of what I got to another family. I remember this family that they had nothing and they had 7 kids. They were, this is right when I was just before I started getting into homeschooling and everything. But this is, how things just kind of unwrap and show themselves. So one day I just remember giving this thing and thinking, wow, this has value. Maybe I should sell it. Maybe I should do this. And I wish I could remember for the life of me what it was, but I don't. I gave it away. And then I got a phone call. Remember those phones that were like attached to the wall? Remember those? We had a wall phone. This is in my little Charlotte house. We live in Charlotte, North Carolina on Canterbury Road, by the way, if anybody knows where that is, right off Randolph Road. And the phone rang. I picked up the phone. It was my friend Felinda. And she said, I've got a friend who's got a set of bunk beds. And she said, they're painted red. Would you be interested in them? I remember my jaw dropping. And I remember free bunk beds. They're red, just what I wanted. And they're for me. I gave something that was out of the abundance of my heart. And I remember praying about it at the time, thinking, should I sell it and what have you? And I just kept thinking, no, I need to just give it away. I was very convicted that that's what the thing was. And then it turned out that I got the set of bunk beds that they were red, matched everything that I was trying to do, matched whatever. I know that's not important, but at the time I was trying to make the rooms cute for the kids, even though they were little. They were 5 and 3 at the time, or 4 and 3 at the time. And that's what we had. That's what we got. And these darling little beds, absolutely free. And I just really remember feeling just the gratitude that I had was just enormous. But I gave from a place of gratitude, for all the things that we had gotten and for all the things. Let me just say this, not that I'm a paragon of gratitude and virtue. I'm not. I've certainly done things, begrudgingly and all of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to give a story of what happened way back when. And it was just, I'll never forget those red bunk beds as long as I live. It was just always a symbol until I turned around and gave them to somebody else who wanted them. Number 2 is in good measure. You know what it is? You can't outgive. Have you noticed that? You can't outgive the practice of generosity via gratitude. It just means that you just need to be in this place of thanksgiving and giving out of your abundance. You have something that is abundant. You have something that's abundant and some way that you can bless someone else. And when we do this, and we do it from our heart with love, you can't outgive this practice of generosity. And watch what happens. Number 3 is press down, meaning that this cultivated habit of gratitude and generosity causes movement, actual movement. It causes a shift in your attitude. It causes a new position or place. So this could mean a whole lot of different things. It means that, I think it means like abstractly, you shift in the way you think. Abstractly, your focus changes. And it's all your mindset. Simply by making this decision to cultivate this kind of a gratitude. And literally, your circumstances change too, like the red bunk beds show up. So I just say, watch what happens when you make this decision around gratitude. It's making a decision. It will be pressed down in good measure, and it will also be shaken together, right? And you know what this, I always think of brown sugar. And when you put brown sugar in the cup, like to measure, you take your knuckles and you press it all down in there, remember those days when you were using brown sugar and baking? We've all done it. We know what it is. But you think you've got a cup of brown sugar. No, you don't. Press it down. Add more. Add more. And that's what this is all about. You're making things a little more compact so that your 1 cup measurement can hold no more. Can hold no more. That's what generosity is through this practice of gratitude. Packed down, stirred together, overflowing. It makes me smile. It's abundance, It is the cornucopia with all the stuff flowing out. It's your family dinner table with family sitting there and passing bowls along. It's all of that. And you know what I promised myself I'm going to do this year as we sit down for Thanksgiving? I'm going to look out at my family, and hopefully I'm going to maybe grab my phone and just take a picture of everybody, or a small video of everybody just enjoying themselves, enjoying the conversation and the smiling faces, and watching those bowls get passed around. Because that is, I live for that. I live to see my people together and smiling and laughing and having this incredible meal, because that's what it's all about. You see, gratitude helps you to raise your energy level, which is your vibe, and pinkies up if you're a part of the high vibe tribe. We had a whole series on living in high vibe. And that resonated with a lot of you. Resonated, get it? Vibration, all of that. It resonated because you can feel the difference between being really low vibe and really down in the dumps versus being up. And the way it feels, and your heart practically jumping out of your skin, just that feeling, that nurturing, that love. And I feel like everybody's at the table loving each other. It's not just about the turkey. It's not, of course, we want to present a nice meal, right? But we want each other. Gratitude allows us to do that and raise that energy. And it also helps us to greet each situation with a corrected attitude. Just like hunger hormones, you know how to correct those, right? We need to correct our attitudes, and we do that with gratitude, because anger and gratitude cannot be together in the same vibe. You can't. Gratitude brings us to the place of a higher vibe and brings us to the place of enjoyment and love and appreciation. So it's a difference in how you feel, big time. Instead of being ticked off that Uncle Frank came to the table, swilling his drink all over the place and getting a little tipsy and whatever. I mean, there's always going to be somebody. There's always going to be some kind of a Thanksgiving story. Instead of having, this ticked off attitude, you instead have some gratitude, and the right words will come up. And the ability to deal with the situation will be a whole lot different. Because you're raising the bar. The vibe is higher, and the attraction to that is going to be that much higher. So my thoughts for you right now is start cultivating that right now as you're getting ready. Maybe you've got somebody difficult coming to your Thanksgiving this Thursday. Maybe there's a little concern that you have, and you're hoping that, your dinner table's not going to turn into, a whatever. Set some rules, set some boundaries. Look, no, we're not going to talk politics. We're not going to talk religion. We're not going to talk, even if we've got vegetarians coming to ours this year. I'm just, hands off my turkey, but we're not going to put down your tofurkey or whatever. We're not having that. We're just having the sides. But, we're not going to have a discussion of vegetarianism at my table. I promise you, not at my table. And one of the things that we're doing is I've got a gratitude jar and 3x5 cards. And I want everybody to put something that they're grateful for into the jar, and we're going to read that at the table, as well as saying grace. So remember that resentment attracts more resentment and keeps you stuck. But gratitude breaks the cycle. It breaks the cycle. It breaks the neck of that darkness. I want you to shine your light, and I want you to shine your love, and I want you to shine your heart onto everybody that walks in your door. What if you had a meditation this Thursday that said, Lord, let me be a light? Because there's always going to be somebody, somebody with the with the Eeyore cloud walking in your door. Isn't there? Let's change that. And let's let our little light shine, and let's be the light in the darkness. Because vibrancy is all about that high vibe. And having gratitude is how you get there. What do you think of that? Pinkies up. That's what I say about that. Peace be with you. And from my heart to yours, happy Thanksgiving. I have a Thanksgiving message. It's a video. You will be getting it, especially in your email. If you don't get our emails, go to savingdinner.com. But you will get my Thanksgiving message there. And I just wanted to say to everyone, I love you and I appreciate you. Enjoy this week. If you're around, watch the best of this week. And happy Thanksgiving. Peace be with you. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching. Check back for new episodes. If you missed the live show, you can always watch the replay. You can find Saving Dinner on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Until next time, pinkies up.